All right, so we're stripping the front clip off Sabrina, the two-door wagon. We're going to get the motor and tranny out of this and get the new motor probably cleaned up type of thing. We got to do a compressor check on the new motor yet and make sure it's going to be good. Out of a 60 Dodge is the motor. It's going in another 318. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm pulling the motor on this 57 wagon Sabrina. I don't have a lot of time to chit chat because things just have not been going my way this morning, but you know what, I'm sure y'all can relate to that. But anyways, I just want to get this damn thing out. That's it. It's been sitting in here way too long, put off way too long. It needs to come out, and it needs to come out today. So I think I got everything unhooked. There's one small thing that gave me a little problem unhooking it, and let's just say the death wheel took care of it, solved all the problems. So I gotta get this thing out, and so I'm gonna put you guys on a time lapse because I need to listen to some music today while getting this out. So time lapse for you, back to work for me. I'm Jamin. it's out. Here it is, the crap motor. Blade V, the 301, the original 301 I believe it is. Power Flight transmission. Looks pretty dirty, but the fluid was really nice and red in it. So I'm hoping, wishing, praying, whatever, that it's probably still good. I'm hoping. Looks like to me they had some engine problems when they tore it apart, but anyways, it's all out. Now we can go ahead and clean this thing up a little bit and preserve it. We're going to try to drop the new motor in it, just to sit in it for the winter. And then just, you know, set it there, not really bolted in or nothing, but frame looks pretty good up here. Got a lot of mess to clean up, but get it all scraped up, cleaned up, all that good stuff, blah blah blah, and then move on and with whatever's next. Who knows? See all the pine needles and mess stuck inside the firewall there. It's bad. Heater box took a little bash at one point. It wasn't pronounced, but anyways, I got heater boxes galore, so let's put another heater box in. I'm sure the heater core probably junk, so just a guess. And it's going to need a disc brake conversion eventually. The motor's out. We'll proceed to the next step now and dig out the other motor over here, motor tranny, and just sit in there. The other one, the transmission is bad. We know that there's a gear missing out of it, but hey, you know, who needs them all anyways, right? So we're going to go ahead and sit in here for the winter, probably just get it set up on the training mount. Good for the winter, so we ain't gonna mess with it. It's out of the way. It's a good place for storage because Sabrina's going in storage for the winter. So, peace. Later. Hey guys, so today we're gonna take it for a close-up look. We got Sabrina up on the hoist, and we're gonna go ahead and take a look underneath for the first time and see what kind of shape she's in underneath. Why not? Let's go check it out. Come on. Okay, so we're under the very back right here, and this is the trunk area or the rear spare tire area. You can see just what excellent shape it's in right there, just unbelievable. I mean, this car's a whole lot better underneath than I expected it to be after rescuing it from a junkyard, so pretty nice shape overall. Gas tank's gonna be a bear to get out. Tough to get out, but we'll see. We'll do our best to get it out. Frame all looks really good, shockingly enough. Shocks are pretty shot. Probably just old and nasty and sitting in the junkyard for God knows how long. Brake lines are junk as expected, but that's not a big deal. But one thing I wanted to show you, let's go right down the center here real quick. So down the center of the floor here, your heat shield. And we got a couple holes poking in right here, little holes here where it's thin, where the carpet's still in the car inside, so we got to take that out. It's just some undercoating peeling off right here. Floors look pretty good right there. We're going to poke and jab around all through this yet, but we still got a couple little holes starting right here, a little thin right there. So I may have to do a little pieces around here, check it around the brace to get the carpet on the inside. Looks pretty good overall though from underneath. Man, I mean, this is for Plymouth floors. This is freaking crazy, man, for a 57 Plymouth. You know, I'm not used to this. Most of the Plymouths at the shop here didn't have floors when they came in. We'll take a look outside the frame rails next. That's where the true rust usually happens, on the floors. You can see this one isn't too ungodly bad. I mean, look at the inner rocker. Just take a second to look at that. You know, right here behind this brace, it's pretty bad. The floor pan itself. The seat braces, though, still look really good. You know, again, we'll know more when we get some of the inner floor out. But look at the inner rocker. I mean, it's all there. We don't know exactly how solid it is yet till we start wrapping on it, but you got a floor piece going right there. Right on, of course, the body mount, so they always want to rot. Another one right there, start right there. I mean, still, you know, for most cars, this would be bad for a lot of cars, but for Plymouth, this is just really, really good. Inner wheel housings, I mean, really nice. This one, you know, dented right there, the quarter panel's dented in. And we'll show you that on the outside in a minute. You've probably seen that in past videos of Sabrina. But let's go over to the passenger side. This is actually the worst side, so when you're looking inside the wheel well housing here, it looks pretty decent. I can't tell if it's cobwebs or what in there. But back here, it's going to need a little patch on the inside. quarter. Oops, I'll turn you up a little bit there. Little patch on the inside quarter right there, and maybe back there. I can't really tell if that's. It looks like it might be routed through back there. I'm not sure. But all right, so we're looking at the inner rocker on the passenger side. Not too bad. Hole right there. Right over here, this is the worst part of the floor. The seat brace is definitely gonna need some work over here. Might be sable, not sure yet. Then up into the front floor, gets bad right up in here. But you know, this looks pretty good in here yet. We'll see once we clean it all up. But you know, overall though, man, I mean, geez, a 57 Plymouth. I'm not used to this to have any of these floors. I mean, most of them are rotted on the outside edges, anyways. But a lot of them rusted in further too. I mean, the transmission tunnels were usually okay on them, but there was so many that rotted in further past the frame rails. And the frame looks really good though. I mean, a few dents here and there, but I don't see any rot or structural rot or anything like that on the frame. So we're gonna go ahead and poke around, bang on it a little bit, type of thing in spots, and kind of see any areas questionable. We're gonna smack around on it a little bit, see if we can get any breakthrough happening anywhere. This is the rustiest point of the frame back here, but again, no rot or holes at all. In the trunk part here, you can see there's a bracket or a brace that mounts right up in there. And I do believe that that's where there's a rot spot on the inside of the trunk area there. We'll find that out when we get to it more, but yeah, so pretty nice shape. And we'll take a look on the outside edge here. And here's the quarter panel driver's side. We got a dent right here to take care of. Little holes in the back quarter back there. Wheel lip, really nice. Even under the chrome look nice. We got a hole right there we got to take care of. The dents in the quarter panel we knew were there before, but this whole rocker panel, wow. I mean, this is just freaking crazy, man, for a 57 Plymouth. Unbelievable. A little hole right there we take care of. Lower cowl sections look great. Nothing like they did on Christine, that's for sure. Outer rocker's got a hole right there. Little hole right there. Other than that, really good. Bottom of the door looks fantastic. I don't know how much of this we're going to actually fix and how much we're just going to drive it. I mean, this car is meant to be a driver, is what it's supposed to be. So I don't really know exactly how much we're going to fix. Could fix a lot of it, but could fix like hardly any of it. Objectives to drive this thing. Looking at the outside here while we got it up in the air. Rear quarter all looks nice. I don't see any holes on the outside of this side. Looks like some little bit of separation at the bottom right there, very little. Other than that, this whole side's just wide open back here. Boy, one hit in this quarter, whew, she'll buckle up like a pretzel probably. But anyways, wheel lip looks really nice over here. Even under the chrome looks good. All this quarter right here, pretty good little dent right there. Yeah, and this rocker needs some attention. Which we got rockers and rockers and rockers for these. So not a big deal. We should be able to fix this one. Cut this one out, put a new rocker in there. Shouldn't be that big of an issue. Hardest part, we're getting the new inner rocker in there. And questioning if it's bad where the floor sits, which it probably is. I'm just going to assume. Lower cowl sections, again, great on this car. Big rod area for these. But yeah. Oh, fender bolt broke off. Yep, that's got to come out. We got to get that out. Put the new fenders on there that we did. This floor section drooping pretty bad right here where the seat is on this side. So nobody over 180 pounds in the passenger seat, please. Frame, you can see, just got some stuff in it. We're gonna have to rinse that frame out somehow, wash that out inside, blow it out, whatever. We got to get that out of there as much as we can out of the inside of the frame. And then we'll probably spray the coating in there, maybe the Eastwood coating for frame sealing in there and go from there. There you have it though, guys. There is the underneath of Sabrina, the 57 Plymouth wagon. Pretty cool car. There's the, you see the rear glass in there, the rear handle that we got fixed and got on there. That was fun. Be sure to check the video for that. So anyways, guys, there's your sneak peek at Sabrina underneath. Just a quick little video on that. Keep up to date on the channel for the newest videos coming out on Sabrina and the other projects here at the shop. And we will talk to you soon, guys. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families. We love you. Peace.